Welcome everyone to OAGN 261 Integrated Software Apps at Centennial College. Before we can dive deeper into our course, it is important to understand that this course uses a software called Microsoft Access. It is a database software that is only available on PC computers. If you are an Apple user and you have an Apple computer, in order to complete this course, you will need to do one of the following. You will need to access the college computers through class apps, which is virtualization, and access the software there, or potentially use or borrow a PC from a friend or family member, or lastly, you may be able to install Windows on your Apple computer, but it would have to be compatible and there would be a cost. Regardless of what your decision is, it is important that you let your instructor know that you are using an Apple and that you may need some assistance. Now for the fun part, the course navigation. Some of you are going to have the following questions. What do I have to do? Where do I find the work? And when is it due? Well, the next few slides are going to answer these questions for you. Let's begin with what do you have to do. In this course, you will be required to complete several activities to obtain your credit. The activities include introducing yourself on the discussion board, and it will also include weekly readings, training exercises, project exercises, and review exercises. Finally, you will have an MS Access test and one final integrated project. Now that you know what it is that you have to do, where do you find it? Well, this course has been redesigned to allow you to finish all of your work in the MindTap software by Cengage. In the MindTap, you will find your textbook readings, your training videos, your practical projects, and you will receive instant feedback for any of the projects that you submit. The feedback can then be used to allow you to do corrections and to learn from your mistakes. By now, you're probably really excited to get into the MindTap software. But you probably have a question on where it is that you find this MindTap software. How do you get into it? This is a good question. The answer to this question is found inside of your course under the content section. Most instructors will put the links in there. Some instructors will put all of the links together in one area, while other instructors will put links into each of the weeks based on the topic and material. Regardless of how the links are put into the course, the materials and the links and the access to them is the most important. More information will be provided on how to register for MindTap and how to pay for the program. Look for specific instructions from your professor so that you can start your learning journey as soon as possible. When you finally get your access to the MindTap software, you will see that the course is set up into different weeks, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Each week has its own folder. If I click on the activities folder, it's going to expand. And inside of that folder for week 2, for example, you're going to see that there's a module in terms of what you can read. There's a training simulation in which you can practice. There's a project that you need to complete. And ultimately, there's a review assignment that you need to complete as well. So what is important to understand is that once you get into the MindTap software, you're going to notice that each week is laid out quite the same. If I shrink week 2 and look at week 3, you're going to see the exact same process. So there's no surprises week in, week out. You know exactly what needs to be done, what is going to be asked of you, and typically how long it's going to take. At the bottom, you're going to notice that there's an access test, as mentioned earlier. As well, there is going to be an integration project that will be assigned for grades. So that is all of the work that you need to complete for the course, all located in one easy location. One of the questions that we get as facilitators a lot from students is, when is the work due? Well, the due dates will be clearly visible in MindTap. All activities should be open at the start of the course, which will allow you to use your time management skills to plan out the 14 weeks in a way that will work best for you. Please ensure that your work is completed on or before the scheduled due dates to avoid late penalties. Make sure to be in contact with your instructor should something arise and you are unable to complete the assignments by the due dates. On behalf of the instructors at Centennial College, we'd like to thank you for your time and watching this video and learning more about the OAGN course. We'd like to wish you good luck in your studies and have a wonderful semester. Take care.